Hi sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am bringing my summer decorate with me or early summer decorate with me. As you guys can see, we are doing some lemon decor. I have things that I have purchased from Etsy in the past because sometimes I do have to kind of look for specific things that I don't easily find in stores. Some things I did have to DIY with the help of my husband. I have some new pieces like these measuring cups. These were only $9.99. They are pretty, heavy ceramic, very nice for that price. I did get this from Dollar General, I think at the end of, summer last year. I have some floral picks. I do love this one. I don't remember where I got it. It might have been Michael's, but I love them because they're like wildflowers. I love this blue mixed in with my lemon decor. Not a lot, just a little bit. And then I have lots of everyday decor that I like mixing in with, my seasonal decor. In part 2, we will be doing my lemon kitchen as well as my summer ice cream bar / coffee bar. So again, that will be part 2. And here I'm just going to show you some of the things that I will be using in that video. And now friends, I know it's been a while since I've posted a video. I will comment on, what's been going on at the end of this video. So if you want to stay through that so I can tell you, what's been going on with my 2-year-old. He's right here. That will be at the end. Thank you guys, for all the comments and the questions of if I'm okay, if my family's okay. The messages, thank you friends, you guys are so kind. So let's do the decor first and then we will get into that. So here I laid down a lamb's ear garland as well as above my arc. That's what I was pointing to. My lantern, I've been using that at the bottom of this furniture for a long time now, so I decided to prop it up here at the top now. Of course, I need my candles. I added a beaded strand. To add some contrast between the vase and my furniture piece, I'm adding this wood coaster. I have a bag full of lemons. These are from different places. Amazon, Hobby Lobby. Some are, bigger lemons. Some are smaller. Some are kind of like slices. And now for my Hobby Lobby tier tray. Here's a closer look at some of the pieces that I'm going to be using. It's always fun to decorate my tier tray.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine.
Alright friends, I don't have that much to add at the bottom, so I'm deciding to leave it, just like this. For summer, I like to go a little lighter with my decor. I decided to leave this piece up. I did clean off all my surfaces beforehand, just FYI. Let's see, I did add another lamb's ear garland. Okay, this piece is from Dollar General a couple of years back. I do love the frame, and I remember I got it because of the lemons. But honestly, it's not my favorite. To be honest, I feel like I can paint something better. You guys know I like to do art, so I don't know. We'll see. I do have my Hobby Lobby picture. I love this piece so much. I have some yellow tulips, the wildflower pick, and then this pick with some lemons. I love this tier tray, and honestly, this wicker basket material I'm really liking. So I'm gonna be on the lookout for more trays, or even some vases or baskets for some floral picks. We'll see. Now let's decorate this tier tray. Sometimes when I'm unpacking my decor from my storage bins, especially like garlands, some leaves, just fall off. So I keep them, because they're perfect to add on a tier tray. So that's just a tip. Alright friends, sorry if the lighting isn't the best right here. I am showing the window, of course. I did add one of these garlands with some yellow roses. I like to do that to draw the eyes up. It makes, the room a little brighter. So I do have my yellow and white pillow covers to go with, the decor. And then these with the ice creams are, to go with my ice cream bar that I do every year. And my kids chose these. They are, from Amazon. They love them. You guys know I like to decorate my ladder with blankets or some garlands, depending. So we are adding these garlands here with the yellow roses. So this is what I'm doing now. I usually do one garland, but since I have two, might as well add the other one also. Wow, I really loved this wall art or framed art as they call it. Okay, friends, so we are changing the magnet on our welcome home sign. I have my candles and I did go ahead and put down a lemon garland. If you are new, I like to do my lemon decor, the yellows, the whites, more of the natural or neutral tones with a little bit of this blue. This is a sign from Hobby Lobby in the past, and basically it has all the colors I like. I love that sign so much. I do have this canister, but I'm just going to use it as decor. It's a little gnome with some flowers. I know gnomes aren't as big, as they were a couple of years back. I've been, giving or donating the gnomes that I have because, I did get kind of tired of them, to be honest. But, I have some sprinkled in here and there for those that still want to have some inspiration using them. I have my bird cage with that birdie from Michael's in the past. It's a really cute bird. I have my tall vase with some eucalyptus picks, and of course these lemon picks. I think these are from Dollar General in the past actually. I do have these bowls. At the top I just, added some bowl filler with, the colors that I use in my decor. This next decor piece I think looks, a little bit higher end, and it's actually from Dollar General this year. It has kind of like that wrinkled paper effect, and I just love the shape. And it was only $3. You might still find it maybe on sale, you never know. This bird cage I did pick up this year at Michael's. It was part of their spring collection. You might still find them on sale.
seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago.
Alright friends, remember part 2 will be my lemon kitchen and my ice cream bar slash coffee bar, so stay tuned. So I'm definitely happy with the turnout. Everything looks very pretty, and it's nice to see some color in the house. Now I just want to kind of inform you guys of what's been going on, why I haven't posted for almost 2 months. And I am addressing my absence because I have been receiving comments, messages of people worried if I'm okay, if my family's okay. In all we are okay, so thank you so much for worrying. I decided to do or wait till I did this video, to speak about this because through comments it's not the greatest form of communication. I'm excited to share what's going on because I've been doing YouTube for like 8-10 years now. It's been a long time, and you friends have been with me through my pregnancy, my baby shower, my wedding, etc, etc. So basically the problem is with my little one. So he is 2 years old. He's about to be 3 in a couple of months. And so when we went for his 2-year-old appointment, they ask you about certain things, in regards to his development. He isn't talking as much as he should, and that's my worries, or our worries, I should say, me and my husband, of course, my family. And I am a very strong advocate to give children time, So when his 2-year-old appointment rolled around, I told his pediatrician if I could wait till the next appointment, so his 2.5-year appointment, just because I wanted to give him some time. Some kids are just late talkers. So he does talk, mama, papa, water, up, hi, bye, the basics, but he is not putting 2 words together as he should be. Again, he's almost gonna be 3. So I decided to still do Easter and decorate and do all those videos for you guys and for the children, of course. But I thought after that I'll take my time to kind of figure out what's going to happen with his situation. After the 2.5 appointment, they did some evaluations, and that takes a while, referrals, and print out his vaccine records and this and that, and it's just been a whole lot of things, and faxing things here and there. His doctor transferred hospitals, so I had to take care of that with the insurance, and you guys know how that is. All the referrals and calls were made. They did the evaluation here at home, so I think it was like 2 therapists and the coordinator that was here, and yes, they agreed that he did need some help with speech, so he's getting speech therapy and occupational therapy every week here at home, just for an hour. So of course entails some changes in the dynamics of our home. What we did is just for general speech delays and like that, autism is something separate, and we are keeping like an eye on that because you guys know how everything just kind of sometimes connects, and so yeah, so we are keeping an eye on that. And this program, it's called early intervention, is only until he's 3. So then we had to do another evaluation for the 3 to 5 category that they have to take him to another evaluation at another center so he could qualify for the 3 to 5 age gap against referrals. And I did tell them, of course, he's only had a couple of speech therapy sessions and a couple of, occupational therapy sessions, just so they could know, it's not like he's been doing this for a long time and he's not progressing. As moms, we have to like advocate everything. And I've been like jotting down papers of like what he does, because, he is aware. Uh, there's things that they would like to know. So, like if somebody enters a room, does he actually like look at them? Does he acknowledge people leaving, coming in? Does he try to communicate in a way if he wants something? Yes. If we put a movie, he does understand what's going on. He laughs if there's a joke. If the character's crying, he also cries. If like the music is suspenseful, does he understand? Or if like um if the kid or the character in the movie is getting in trouble, he does feel that. He does like look at me, read your face, which he does. And things like that. When they're little, especially because he's only 2, it's like details and details. And anything I notice, I jot down, just so we can be clear, like how he's doing in general. So again, this has been going on for almost a year, but I really needed to take this time, just to settle things and get him situated with, everything that's going on. Some friends might say, oh, why haven't I said anything before? Because I always get questions. How are your kids? How's the family? How are the children, from, viewers, subscribers, friends, or family, because it's been for how long? Many years here on YouTube. For those questions, I have always answered, oh, we are doing well. Our family is doing okay, etc., etc. Just because, I don't want to be ungrateful in a way that, it can always be worse. Um, there's probably people in the hospital, in pain, enduring other things. There's always other things. And yes, my son, perhaps he's not talking as much as he should, or, doing things as he should, but he is healthy. He's running. He's, enjoying life like nothing. He plays tag with a brother. He's watching his, Shrek movies, and he's fine. He's eating. He's such a good eater. He's, not a picky eater. Bell peppers, blueberries, fruits, vegetables. He's doing so well that I'm grateful, and I'm always, thankful to God for that, because, my son isn't in a hospital bed, in pain. You understand? There's always things that can be worse, and I always try to be thankful in that way. So many sicknesses, so many diseases, so many, things that can go wrong, and I try to be thankful in that way, and that's why I have been always, answering yes, we are okay, even though this has been happening. So I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. Not because I've been, trying to hide things. You understand? I'm just, giving time to time. You understand? Especially when they're so little, because a month can make such a difference. Even a week, a day, I mean, they're catching words. Be a long road. You know, uh, I just hope that he will be ready in time for kindergarten. But anyway, guys, so that is what's been happening. That's why I haven't been, filming videos for you guys. But I am looking forward to visiting the stores really soon. Thank you so much for being here with me today. And if you stayed through this explanation, thank you. It, really means a lot. I am, a YouTuber, but I'm also a mom, and I'm an everyday person. If you did enjoy this video, please thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, hit that bell to visit the stores really, really soon. I'm, excited to see what's out there. Again, thank you so much for watching. A big virtual hug. I love you guys so much, and I missed you. Goodbye, guys.